What's up, guys? It's your boy JohnPick with Sharp Bets DFS, back with another video to help you make money on PrizePicks and Underdog tonight. But first, don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the bell notification so you don't miss any more of our videos that we put out on a daily basis, and check out that pinned link in the comments below. That's going to be a Patreon link that'll get you instant access to our Discord, where for only $14.99 a month, you can get all the tips, advice, players to tail, tickets to tail, anything and everything you could possibly need to succeed on PrizePicks and Underdog tonight. So, been a good few days for us. Hasn't been quite as successful as it was a couple weeks before, but you know, people go on hot streaks and cold streaks all the time, right? That's nothing new. You can't win every bet you put out there. You just can't, guys. That's just not the way it works. Sometimes you got to hunker down, move on to the next. You know, you can't have a what I've referred to before in this in our videos as a loser's mentality. You can't go into this thing with that. You can't go into this thing after a losing day or a couple of losing days and say, hey, you know what, I don't want to do this anymore. And if I do, I'm going to be, super careful and this and that. You're betting, guys. We're betting money here. You're gambling. By its very nature, it's unpredictable. It's not, you're at a major disadvantage going in. So keeping all that in mind, know that, our hit rate is pretty darn high. Even now, it's like I've said before also, I think I said in yesterday's video, if in a month, you have 3 losing weeks and 1 winning week, and I mean you lost all the way straight through those 3 weeks, but then you won all the way straight through that 1 week, you're way up. You're way up. And that's because we don't play these nothing but little 2-man and, stuff like that where, yeah, you can profit, you can win every once in a while, but what are you really doing? It's more for fun at that point. We're here to make you money. We're here to make money, and therefore when you tail our tickets, you make money too. Now, that's not the only way to assure that you're getting the money that you're after. We have a lot of different avenues for you guys to use, a lot of different tools. A lot of different channels where we have some guys who are really, really good at what they do and what they're looking at and what they're studying, what they're researching, what they're putting out as far as tickets for people to tail. So, we're hitting like crazy in tennis. Again, I know I gave him a shout out yesterday, but I'll give him another one today. Where the heck is it? Oh, okay. Thought I lost it for a second. So, Mr. Brian, shout out, brother. Shout out to you. He's been killing it in tennis for us, so that's been kind of a lifesaver with NBA going the way it has. Blech. So, it is what it is, guys. We don't give up around here. We just try harder the next day. So here we are, ready to rock and roll. Let's get a couple picks out for you guys. We got some nice core plays for you to insert into your lineup. And the first one of those is going to be Fred VanVleet over 2.5 turnovers. So as we always do here on our videos, we're going to take a little bit of a deep dive here into StatMuse and look at what he's done here recently. Again, our line is 2.5, so we need him to get 3 turnovers. Well, let's see. Last game against Washington, didn't do it. In 36 minutes too. So, hey, he couldn't get the bad job done there, right? But let's look just right before. Now, keep in mind against Washington, they didn't have Beal, I don't believe. They didn't have Kuzma. I think Gafford was in, but still, they didn't have that defensive pressure on him that he's going to see tonight. And I'll get into that in a second. So let's look before that last game in Washington where he only had 1. The man had 4 against Detroit. Oof. He had 5 against Indy, 4 against Milwaukee, 3 against Minnesota, 3 against OKC. So not the best of defending teams, not the kind of teams that you would think would get, turnover after turnover on people, on their point guards, on the opposing team's point guards, excuse me. But Fred VanVleet is playing Miami tonight. Something tells me old Jimmy Butler's going to be all over this man. He will be turning the ball over more than 2.5 times. That's our, that's our analysis. His history shows he is certainly prone to do, to turn the ball over more than 2.5 times. If he gets the time on the court, which he should tonight against Miami, it'll be definitely a duel there. They're going to be having it out point for point probably. It's going to be a close game, competitive. I don't see any reason why Fred VanVleet will not turn the ball over 3 times tonight. So, first pick of the day, Fred VanVleet to go over 2.5 turnovers, right? Second pick is a little bit off the wall, I guess, if you will. Kispert to go over fantasy. So, let's take a look over here at what his line is at. 21.5, okay? So, we're going to make that our second play of the day. And let's take a look at what he's done, right? This is just his normal lines. This is his game log for whether you had injuries going on or not, right? Almost there. Way over against San Antonio. So the first one against Toronto, almost there, right? 18-6. 37 against the Spurs, right? Against Denver, 15-6. 16-3 against Orlando. 22-5 against Sacramento. It's a fairly decent defense there, too. So he's more than capable, right? Well, so here's the kicker. History doesn't look super, super nice, right? Here's the kicker. Tonight, expected to be out for the Wizards, Bradley Beal, Kyle Kuzma, and Gafford as well. As far as we know right now, I think Gafford may be a game-time decision, but it's looking like it's leaning towards he'll be out. So therefore, expect these fantasy scores that you see here to be well inflated, which is why the line is up at 21.5 and why we think he'll actually eclipse that fairly easily tonight against Boston. So they're going to be counting on him. He's going to be there. He's going to get a lot more run, you know. Well, I mean, he gets plenty of minutes. We know that. He gets plenty of minutes. But he's going to get, you know, a lot more usage. He'll be putting the ball up more. He'll be in there actively, you know, possibly trying to grab some rebounds, definitely getting those assists if he can't shoot the ball himself. So to go over 21.5 with the amount of minutes we know he's going to have tonight, plus the amount of usage we know by default, you know, just because there's so many guys out or expected to be out, we like him to go over 21.5 fantasy score tonight against Boston. I think that's a great play for you guys. So here's our 2 core plays. Again, we'll go over them real quick. Fred VanVleet over 2.5 turnovers, and Corey Kispert to go over 21.5 fantasy score. You know, pretty simple. Take both of them. Take one of them. Take none of them. Whatever. So let's get over to the Discord and take a look a little bit more at what's been going on lately. One thing we are really, really excited about that we had started, and then I don't know if you guys watch the videos enough. If you're a loyal viewer, then you'll know that I recently had, you know, some family issues where I had to miss a couple of videos and whatnot. But you know, and we had started the ladder challenge then. Well, we kind of put it on hold, and our decision I think that we've made here is that we're gonna pick it back up opening day. So that's exciting. We're already super jacked up for opening day in baseball as is. You know, what we don't want you to think out there is that all we do is basketball, and then we kind of hand off the, you know, the torch to, you know, some of our patrons, which is technically what we do with tennis. You know, let's see, what were the other ones? MMA for sure. I like MMA, but I don't feel confident enough to give you guys, you know, picks and whatnot. But esports, you know, that kind of stuff. So we have experts in there that are doing that kind of stuff, right? I handle baseball and spring training. You know, if you watch our videos pretty loyally, then you'll know that for a little while there we were absolutely killing it. I mean, killing it. We couldn't lose. Literally could not lose in spring training. That's kind of turned upside down, literally. Nothing is going how you would think it would, and it's because of spring training shenanigans, you know? There's not another way to say it. But anyway, I'm rambling. The important part that we want to get out to you guys is expect the first rung of the ladder challenge to commence on opening day. Have not made the decision on which players we want to go with. We don't even really know what props are going to be up, but what we do know is that we're fully expecting to get past that first day for sure. I think opening day is going to be a big cash day for us here. So that's another thing I wanted to run by you is, guys, if you haven't joined yet for $14.99 a month, you can ask any one of these guys here in the Discord. Ask them in the comments actually, and you know we'll let these guys know, hey, go in there and go respond. You know, and we're not going to tell them what to say. We're going to tell them to answer your questions. So if you want to know if I know my baseball, You ask some of these guys who were in here when spring training started, when things weren't going absolutely haywire, and pitchers getting pulled after a few innings for no reason whatsoever. That stuff just wasn't going on at the start. It just wasn't. I had a very good baseline on what I knew these pitchers were going to be going. For the first couple of games it'd be 1-2 innings, maybe 3 if he's a stamina guy, but no past that. And so I knew how to make the picks accordingly. Now that we're at, almost to opening day, at the very, very tail end of spring training, it has become much, much more difficult to pin down exactly what's going to happen with these managers. Deciding to pull a guy for, again, no reason whatsoever. So badly, actually, yesterday that I won't even name the teams, but there were some team announcers that we were all watching the game. They were on MLE TV, so, whatever. Phillies, it was the Phillies. Even the announcers, after they pulled Nola, after 2 innings, I think it was, the announcers were saying, what? Why? He hasn't thrown his allotted amount of pitches. He's done well. He hasn't gotten rocked or anything. What the heck is going on? And again, this is the announcers on TV who can't just question managers' decisions and stuff. That's their job, is to not do that kind of stuff. But they did anyway. They're like, "What's going on? What happened? I hope he's not hurt. I hope he's not hurt." And that's all I could think is the guy must have got hurt. But nope, he wasn't hurt. They did an interview with the Phillies manager a little bit later in the game, and he says, "No, we always planned on pulling him after 2 innings." Spring training shenanigans. Long story short, come join us. Come on down to the Discord. Check out the pinned link in the comments below. It's a Patreon link that'll get you instant access to our Discord. $14.99 a month, guys. You're gonna want to be here. You're gonna want to take advantage of what's going to be going on come opening day in MLB, which is 2 days away. Join now. It's the best time for you to get in on the money that will be made here in a couple of days. You got a couple of days to join to make your money back, and way more day one, guaranteed. So come on down, check out that pin link in the comments below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the bell notification so you don't miss any more of our videos, and check out that pin link, right? And until next time, I'm JohnPick with Sharp Bets DFS. Let's get that money, son.